Hi, this is Will with My Spiritual Clarity, and this video is about failing in one area, usually in your business, doesn't make you a failure. So this is for healers and coaches and therapists as well. I find that, and I've gone through this on my journey as well many times, if you're failing in one area, it can feel tough. It can feel like, who do I think I am? Why do I think I can do this? Why did I think I could even start this? And it could be any area. So, for example, you have a session that doesn't go great with a client. Who do I think I am? Or you aren't making the money that you want to make right now. Who do I think I am? Or you really resist marketing or promotions, or you don't want to make videos, or you don't want to make posts on Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever it is. Who do I think I am? Why did I think I could run a business? Why did I think I could do this? I must be a bad fill in the blank. I must be a bad healer or coach. If I can't self-coach or self-heal or self-shift in some way with whatever your modality is, self-astrologize, I don't think that's a term, then I must not be very good. Because then your brain goes into this weird logic place and it traps you in the logic trap and says something like, well, if I was really that good at what I do, people would be lining up at my door. Just like in the books and in the movies, Luke found Yoda, or any reference that we can think of. The teacher isn't looking for work. The students find them. So why don't my students just find me? There's a lot of reasons for that, which I get into in some other videos. But in this video, I want to deal with that just because if you are failing or not hitting the mark in one area, it doesn't mean that you're not a great healer or at least a good healer or coach or therapist. It means that you lack a skill in another area. Now, this is a big shift and is a huge shift for me. And I want to go slow and I want to try to hope to make sure that you get this. This is all about your feelings. This is feeling like a fraud. This is number 4 on my 8 pillars of the Imposter Complex. And I used to call it Imposter Complex. And it was, so the pillar was within the umbrella called the Imposter Complex, until I realized that this one is really just about feeling. So now I'm just calling it feeling like a fraud, because it's all about your feelings. Now, our feelings are not invalid. It's not time to ignore your feelings. It's not any of that. But it's not the best tool for this area to use. So, for example, if you had a plumber come to your house to fix your leaky faucet, and then you said, oh, I've got a leak on the roof. Could you hop up in there and plug the leak for me? They would most likely say, no thank you, crazy lady, crazy man. I'm not a roofer. And you would say, but it's water. You deal with water. And they would say, no, I'm a plumber. I deal with pipes. And you'd say, well, you could go fix it with a pipe. And they would say, that's weird. Give me my money. I'm leaving now. I'm being a little silly on purpose because we do that to ourselves. You might be amazing at Reiki, EFT, theta healing, astrology, specific field of coaching or therapy, but your marketing sucks. Or you feel scared or apprehensive about being seen online, about being more visible, or you don't even know where to start with all of that. Or you have a message, you know your expertise, you've got a book or a message to get out in the world, and you're just not doing it. Or you know at some level that you're kind of full of crap and you're not moving forward the way that you could, and you want to get out of that rut. You want to get unstuck. Well, none of that means that your book sucks, and none of that means that your business sucks, and none of that means that you're not a good healer or coach. It just means you have a skill that you haven't learned yet. I know compared to most of my videos, this might seem really simplistic or overly simplistic or really paint by numbers, but I really want you to get this, because in those moments when you're beating yourself up for not knowing what to post or not having made the posts or feeling scared to be seen in some way or apprehensive, I want you to remember this. That's like you asking the plumber that came to your house to go and fix the leak on your roof. Now, I'm not saying to not learn, in that analogy, how to fix the leak on your roof. I think that almost every healer and coach should learn at least the basics of how do you define your niche, how do you have basic marketing skills down, basic sales, and basic follow-up. And follow-up can look a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be one-on-one. But without those foundations, you're always going to be struggling. If you just outsource that completely, any one of those completely, it's gonna come back and bite you in the butt eventually, if not straight away. I have other entrepreneurs that I've worked with, even in the early days, they outsourced their marketing. They ended up spending this actually happened, $20,000, I think it was. And it went nowhere because their niche wasn't dialed down. Their actual expertise wasn't dialed down. They hadn't done the required work. Not they've been doing lots of inner work, but there's a different inner work that happens as you create your business out in the world. So if you're failing or not hitting the mark in your marketing or even in your sales and income, it doesn't mean that you're not a good healer. And I've got a PDF that's why I'm making this video finally, because I put a note I have a cheat sheet called the 8 pillars of the Imposter Complex. And in there, number 4, feeling like a fraud, I made a note many weeks or maybe a few months ago to say, make this video, because I talk about it. I sprinkle this into the podcast, the Hidden Healer podcast. I sprinkle it into a lot of different videos, but I hadn't made a standalone video just to drive this point home. It's like asking your plumber to fix a hole in your roof. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. So at first, you're allowed to look at yourself like you're crazy. Am I really going to try and go do this marketing? And then yes, commit to the marketing, clear the beliefs, do your marketing, get your income up and your client load up so that you can hire someone if you choose at that point to do it. But don't just outsource and try and get someone else to do it because you don't want to touch it like it's a dirty sock. Marketing's not a dirty sock. It's actually an amazing place where we can learn lessons about ourselves and our clients. And that would be a whole other video. So thank you so much for being here. Please do like and or subscribe to this video. And if you'd like that PDF that I mentioned, the PDF cheat sheet for the 8 pillars of the Imposter Complex, leave a comment down below and tag me in it. And I'll circle back around once I've done this newest revision of it and I can make sure that you get that. Have an amazing day and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.